Hi friends, it's Mrs. Holbrook and of course, Baby Echo. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to do our warm-up using some standard cards, so get ready to repeat after me. S bugs, z. TCH, catch, ch. AM, ham, am. Trying to find some that might be tricky. ONG, song, ong. Don't forget, repeat it back even though Echo's not looking at you. ONK, honk, onk. Oh, no, oh. Oh, home, oh. U-E, mule, you. You flew, ooh. You pupil, you. A pupil is a student. You are a pupil. You rule, ooh. E, Pete, e. E, me, e. I, pine, I. Nice job. And let's review some of our sound-alikes. So remember, sound-alikes are homophones, words that have different meanings, but they sound the same. So this big stack here is all the ones that you learned last year. So we're going to review some. Okay, what do we have here? Know and know. What does this one mean? To know something, to have knowledge. And what does this mean? No, I don't like that. No. Good. Let's review a few more. What do these say? Which and which. Which is which? What's one? That one is like a choice. Which color is your favorite? And what does this one mean? Like a witch on Halloween. Okay. What do these words say? Sun and sun. Do you remember what they mean? Point to the one on your screen that means a parent has a little boy. That's this one, right? A sun. And then what does this one mean? Of course, the sun in the sky. Okay, and I'm going to give you one more pair. What do these say? Okay, give me a sentence with this one. I listened to the band. Now give me a sentence with this one. Toys were banned from the school. Okay, nice job. We'll keep reviewing homophones as the week and the year goes on. And this week we'll actually be learning a few new homophones or sound-alike words. All right, I would like to talk with you about suffixes. So notice we have two columns over here. Does anyone remember why our suffixes are organized like this? These are all starting with vowels, our vowel suffixes, and these all start with consonants. Those are our consonant suffixes. That is going to be very important for a new spelling rule that we will be learning today. So take a look here. I'm going to write a two-syllable word on these frames. The word is empty. So to figure out my syllables, uh-oh, I paused a little here. What's going on? There we go. I'm going to do this to help me with the syllables. Emp, emp, T. And I know that it's a Y at the end of that because a two-syllable word where we hear E at the end, the Y is acting like a vowel, like in the word baby. Okay, empty. Good. So here's a new rule. Whenever we add a suffix to a word that ends in Y, and Y is an open syllable, right? This is a syllable type, this is a vowel, it's open. The Y changes. And it changes to an I before we add the suffix. So if I want to add one of these lovely suffixes, I'm going to need to erase my Y and make it, what letter did I say? That's right, make it an I. And then I can add over my suffix ending. Let's bring over, how about ed? So what does our word say? Emptied. He emptied the trash. Okay, now take a look. Even, this was a vowel ending suffix. Even if we do a consonant suffix, it's the same. What's this word? Emptiness. She felt emptiness in her heart when she had to leave her mother and go to school. Emptiness. Okay. Now, the only time that the Y doesn't change to an I is if the suffix starts with an I. So take a look. If we're ending a suffix that starts with an I, we don't do that. We keep the Y because we wouldn't want to have two I's in a row. That would be weird. So if it's emptying, she's emptying the trash right now, we leave the Y. Okay, I want you to repeat the rule to me right now. Two-syllable word. Second syllable is open with a Y. We change it to a I when we're adding a suffix, unless the suffix starts with I. Okay, I know it's a big rule. Very nice job with all of that. So let me ask you a question. Let me get rid of these syllables and I'm going to build a word for you. Okay. What does that word say, everybody? Cry. Okay, what if I want to add the suffix ed and say, I cried in Lion King when Mufasa got run over by the herd and died? What would I do? That's right. I would change the Y. You're right. It's not just in a two-syllable word. It's anytime it ends with a Y. So a one-syllable word, it works too. So it ends in a Y and we want to add a suffix. So we change it to an I and then we add ed. I cried. Okay. Now, what about if I wanted to say I'm crying right now? What do I do? Yeah, since it starts with I, that would look so funny. Crying. We keep the Y there. Okay. So, do I change the Y to an I when I add a suffix? If there's any of these? Yes. Now, what about the suffixes that begin with E? Do I change the Y to an I? Yes. Now, what about the suffix that starts with I? No. So this is the only one that keeps the Y. Okay, let's try another word. Take a look at this word. I am just going to write it on these syllable frames, okay? Okay, what's the word, everybody? Study. Yeah, it's only the Y over on this side. So if I want to change it to studying, what do? I just add it. And what if I want to change it to studied? I studied for my test. I have to change the Y to an I and add ed. Good. So my friends, here's what I need us to do. Please find your handy dandy notebook. I need to go find mine. One moment. You need to find the spelling section of your notebook. So if you kind of ruffle through, then you'll find spelling rules. I want you to turn until you find the spot that talks about suffixes. Okay, keep looking with me, keep looking. Okay, here it is. It's on page 38. It's the why and the suffix rule. It's 2 pages long, okay, and it tells you all the rules. What I'd like you to do is write in the following examples. So it says cry plus ed. I want you to go ahead and write how that should be. And there's 4 of them. There's cried, emptied, tidiness, and emptiness. Please go ahead and on your own add those, and then I'll write mine up here for you to check. Okay, check yours to mine. How did you do? Let's read them. Cried, emptied, tidiness, and emptiness. Notice that the I keeps the sound that the Y made. So in cry, it sounds like an I, but in emptied, it sounds like an E. It keeps that sound. Very nice job. Okay, last thing today is I want us to practice writing a couple of these on our whiteboards. So go ahead and grab your whiteboard, and we are going to do 4. So let's number it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, go ahead and number it like that and repeat after me. Happily. Okay, think about the base word is happy, but I want it to be happily. Think about the suffix ly. Okay, go ahead and write it on number 1. Pause it if you need to. Okay, check yours to mine. Happily. So instead of the Y, I changed it to an I. Happily. She happily did her homework today. Okay, repeat after me. Let's try this one. Silliest. So we have the base word is silly. What is our suffix ending? Est. Go ahead, pause here and write silliest. Okay, check yours to mine. Silly, I changed the Y to an I and I added suffix est. 2 more words. You guys are doing great. Okay, repeat after me. Trying. Base word try, suffix ing. Pause here and write trying. Check it to mine. It's a suffix that starts with an I, so we just keep the Y. Great. And the last one, it's a cool day today, so I want a lot of coziness. Repeat after me, coziness. What's the base word? Cozy. What's the suffix ending? Ness. Pause here to write coziness. Okay, and check yours to mine. Cozy, we changed the Y to an I. Coziness. Okay, great job with this rule, everybody. That's all for today. See you next time.